would be great. Dr. Nara Simhan, you've put your hand up, so you have the floor. Let me just, there we go. I've unmuted you, so please proceed with your comment and question.
Yes, actually, I have a question. Is it audible?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, thank you. Nowadays, the people are talking about the IP version 6, and many articles pertaining to the IPv6, they are mentioning that it can provide better security solution. Can any one of your experts please share some views on that to get rid of this doubt? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm not sure who wishes to answer this. Robin, IPv6. I mean, we're huge trying to push IPv6 in the internet society. Is that really a good security solution?
Well, let me give a disclaimer. I'm not so much a networking guy. I think the more pressing reasons for IPv6 are less to do with security and more to do with how many addresses we have. And given, as I said, the proliferation of smart and connected things, we do need the massive increase in address space that IPv6 offers. From an individual point of view, if I look at my home router, I can go on there and it gives me the option of enabling IPv6 or not. But it doesn't give me very much guidance about what the security reasons might be for doing that. So I don't think security would be my primary motivation. So I think actually I would look at it from a different perspective, that in terms of both security and privacy, as my home starts to contain more and more IPv6 addressable devices, what is it in my home between me and the network that gives me control and agency over how those devices connect and who they talk to? So I'm, among other things, involved with a very interesting project run by the University of Cambridge called the Data Box, which the plan is that that's something that would sit between me and my home router, and it would allow me exactly that, a visibility and control point over the multitude of devices that might be in my home and might be connecting to the network. So, I mean, as Jose says in the chat window, I'm not sure that IPv6 necessarily directly addresses the security aspect of network connection, but I think it certainly raises security issues that need to be addressed.
Thanks for this, Robin. And in fact, there's also a point from Jose de la Cruz. IPv6, in my opinion, does not contribute to security. It's a funny animal, actually, IPv6. Over the years, I've heard some people say actually it weakens security because they're looking at the idea of having network address translation as a firewall, as a way to secure a network, and so on. And then, of course, IPv6 would not have this network address translation, but then it could as well. And of course, you could have a firewall that could perform probably even better types of security on this. I think perhaps we might have a topic for a webinar, a future webinar on this, with the security of IPv6 and also the privacy aspect of IPv6, as Robin has pointed to. So we probably need a lot more time to discuss this one, and we'll invite people who are experts in it. And I know in the Internet Society, we have plenty of experts on this, on IPv6. So thanks for asking the question. Any other question at the end of this webinar? 90 minutes have passed already, but I have one last question. And taking us back to our title, the title of this, this presentation today, which is effectively Core Internet Values, changes happening on the way the Internet works. Things are obviously changing. They're changing in all sorts of ways, both technically and politically, and with governments having an increased interest in what's going on, and with a whole multiplication of fora out there. I guess that we can't just go against any changes, and you know, the core values are there somehow to be kept. But what should we watch out for specifically in the changes that are happening, and what should we really push for specifically, bearing in mind some of the core values might be amended, might have to change. And you know, the network today, as we've said, is not the same network as it was in the 1970s and the 1980s, and no doubt in the 1990s. But you know, what do we have to watch out for specifically? What are the things we have to avoid, the errors we might avoid making? And unfortunately, Tatiana has left the call, as she mentioned earlier. So we'll go in the order, the speaking order. We'll get to Nigel Hickson.
Let me answer.
Okay.
Actually, now people.
Dr. Narasimhan, yeah, go ahead.
Yes. Now people all over the world, they are talking about internet neutrality and all. But apart from every neutrality phase, we need to have some wisdom-based handling of internet resources. Not only that, we need to handle it in a very diplomatic way. Even though some cybersecurity attacks persuade to us, we need to have some efficient solution, both from government expertise, from the enterprise, and also from the individuals. So that is my point of view.
Okay, thanks very much for this. That's very good.